I have updated my playlist to help you find what you're looking for, anything from controversial topics that are relevant to Christian geeks, interviews with creators like author Brent Weeks and The Chosen's Dallas Jenkins, growing in faith as a geek, tabletop gaming, comic books, video games, movies, and TV shows, or you can just get to know me a little bit better. There is a playlist for you with more content being added to them all the time, so I hope you'll take a look and enjoy what you find. Thanks. Roleplay Cafe says, what are PC games that transition from keyboard and mouse to PS4 controller well? Some that didn't. Pillars of Eternity 1 did. Pillars of Eternity 2, less so. And I'm kind of puzzled as to why they didn't just keep the same UI. Maybe they used a different team. I can't remember what the story is there, or even if I ever knew what the story was. But that certainly was disappointing after how much I thought the UI worked in the first one. Trying to remember what I thought of the Neverwinter Nights gamepad UI. I think I thought it was a little fiddly, a little clunky, but still pretty good. I don't play a ton of games that make that transition, so be hard for me to make a lot of informed comments there. Alright. Feeling pretty good, doing okay. Average. I don't know if I want to break a bobby pin on this one. Rugged Warrior says, a couple weeks ago, the pastor of the church that I've been watching live streams of since Good Friday announced he's retiring. Oh. Ugh. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Sure do like it when things work out. Oh. All right. All right. Starting to feel just a little bit of stiffness in my neck. That is about on schedule. Anything interesting up here? Don't need that. Okay. Boy. Ah! Ah! There we go. There we go. Ooh, level up. Ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum. There we go. Kind of wanting another peanut butter cup. Dare I go for it? Dare I do it? I don't know if I dare. I don't know. Whatever. I only have skills left that I don't really use, so... let's see here. Theos Kyrios. Welcome, welcome. If you would like to make it easier for me to see anything that you put in the chat that's directed at me, you can put in @ChristianGeekCentral without any spaces, and it'll be highlighted in orange for me in my peripheral vision. It'll make it a little easier for me to pop out so I don't miss it. So feel free to do that anytime. Let's see here. Thanks, pointed this way by Colin Moriarty, towards the channel itself, I mean. That must have been... I'm sure you don't mean personally. That must have been... you heard me on Fireside Chats with him? Or maybe you saw my interview with him on Christian Geek Central, on the Christian Geek Central YouTube channel or podcast. But anyway... exactly what brought me over. Appreciate the topics. Very rare for a Christian perspective to be treated with respect. Also rare for a Christian perspective to be presented without editing. As a Bay Area Christian, I feel there is a level of self-editing I have to do. I definitely feel it in the gaming industry. Yeah, it's interesting to navigate. I can only imagine far more so for you. Yeah. I'm sure that comes with a lot of challenges that you are uniquely familiar with. Well, thanks for coming out. I'm glad that you enjoyed the conversation that Colin and I had. I sure did, both of them. Let's see here. I don't know. I never want to get Bloody Mess. I mean, it does extra damage, but like I got that in my first playthrough of the game, and it just became too much after a while. It's just like... it was just like every single time they're exploding into just like I was just like, you gotta leave. It's kind of like having a song that's always at the same loud volume all the time. Then it loses all of its intensity. You know? Or like, I remember I was watching the commentary, or the behind-the-scenes features or something to... What is that movie? Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, which I can recommend to almost no one. Particularly, you know, like the Christians that I know. There's one or two Christians that have sat down and they've been like, you know, they're not going to have... an issue. It's not going to, you know, cause like temptation or offense to watch that particular movie, but a lot of Christians it would. But anyway, in the commentary to that, the Jack Black talks about how one of the actors that did a cameo in that movie, it was a pretty an actor known for kind of being serious and serious film work. He pulled him aside and he said, "You guys are using the F word too much." You know, and he says when you use it that much, it loses its power. You know, and say what you will aside. Say what you will about the F word and stuff, and if that ever has a place. But I think that kind of illustrates the same point. It's after a while you just become numb to it. The F-bomb, it's called. Well, it's not a bomb anymore if you're saying it every other word. So yeah, bloody mess. I really got on a rabbit trail with that. That was weird that I just fixated on that. All I was making was a comment here. It's 1:10 in the morning. 1:10 in the morning. This is where I'm at right now. This is what begins to happen to my mind at 1:10 a.m. What I want is just more. I want to be able to carry more weight. So I don't know where I can get that. I might just see if I can put another point into my... Is that up here somewhere? Intense training. Put a single point into any of your special attributes. I'd rather just do that and put another point into strength. And then I can carry a little more. There is a perk that lets you carry more, but I've already gotten that. So I think at this point, just strength would be good. Yeah. Good. Okay. 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 Oh, my Lanta. It's coming. It's starting to come upon me, guys. I don't know. I am going to try and hold out until 2 o'clock for that first stamina potion. We'll see whether or not I make it. Josiah Fitch says, "What up, dude?" Hey, Josiah. Thanks for coming out. I'm trying to remember if I've seen your name in the chat before. But either way, great to see you here. I don't know if we've... my mind is really foggy right now, so I don't know if we've interacted in some way before somewhere. I love seeing new usernames that I don't recognize. And Theos Curios, I don't think I have seen your username before either. So awesome. Awesome to have both of you guys here. Is it crazy late for you guys? I mean, I guess maybe a lot of people are up this late on a more regular basis than I am. I am naturally a very nocturnal person. The nighttime is the right time for me. I hear footsteps. Oh my gosh! That was a helpful little jolt. Thank you, Fallout 3. But my season of life, in which I am the parent that gets up and takes the boys to school. I mean Holly's up working usually before I get up to do that, but I'm still up plenty early to get the boys going, make sure they get to school and stuff. And so I can't stay up late. Before we had kids, I was very nocturnal. Holly would go to bed and would be kind of bummed that we never seemed to go to bed at the same time. And so that was kind of something that I had to make adjustments to, because I realized that was something that was valuable to her, to just kind of be sitting and kind of reading in bed or whatever we were doing, before we went to sleep at the same time, And now it's much more easy for me to find myself kind of winding down in bed with her at the same time, because much as I would love to stay up late, if I do, I'm gonna regret it. Roleplay Cafe says 3:13 for me. You must be in like middle of the U.S. somewhere. What the crap? I was just trying to eat a peanut butter cookie. What is going on here? Oh, there's a first aid box here. Bobby pin, great. Great. Man, 313. That's nuts. Oh, conference hall. Huh. I don't know if I want to jump down there. I feel like I've probably already been there. And then I'll just have to come back upstairs again. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Oh, and Ray McCann. 313 for you, also. Third shift life. Okay, alright. Oh, okay, Josiah, you were here for some Spider-Man earlier, and the fundraising hijinks. That's a good word. Hijinks. Especially describing what I was up to. I was up to some hijinks. I've had Wrecking Ball stuck back in my head a couple times tonight. East Coast Roleplay Cafe says, you'll get there. Drugberry says, a few years ago, my sleep was completely off, where I was up all night and slept all day, so I forced myself to stay up 24 hours to get back to normal. Huh. This is not going to get me anywhere back to normal. All right. Let's go here. Let's do it to it. Let's do it to it. That's my motto. When things need doing, you do it to it. I'm the one who always does it. I think I've been here before. Maybe I should have dropped down from the ceiling into that place that I thought I shouldn't drop down to. Have I been here before? Have I... I feel like I've maybe been here before. I don't know. This doesn't look familiar. I don't know. This, I think I've been to this room. Alright, let's backtrack. We're going to follow the right wall. We're going to go back up. We're going to drop down from the ceiling, and we're going to eat a peanut butter cup. I don't know if it's going to be all in that order, but that assemblage of things is soon going to happen. I'm pretty sure. Unless I feel another tinge of heartburn, that'll put me off. That'll be a warning sign. That'll put me off of the peanut butter cup. So, heartburn, you have a little bit of time. Just a few moments. Oh, I didn't say I was going to have another cracker. I guess I'm going to have another cracker. Josiah Fitch says, COVID-19 had my schedule thrown upside down. Alright. Have I been here like I think I have? Bottle cap. Oh, I would have picked that up if I'd been here before. Maybe I haven't. Or maybe I missed it. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think. Oh, I don't think I've been here. Oh wait, no, this is the room I was in before, and I think they've just respawned. Good gravy. Well, that is helpful. That's one thing this game has been pretty good for. Is, having some intensity in the atmosphere, even if I'm not necessarily in danger of dying. Yeah, this is totally where I've been before. Where's the big dude? They got rid of the big dude. Alright, I'm gonna call this dungeon cleared. I might have missed something, but this is my second playthrough of this game. I'm not quite feeling the need to be a completionist in the truest sense, as I probably was the first time through. There's been a few buildings like that where I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I've been to every single room, but I'm done here. But then I get lost. Can't find the way out. I got lost in a hotel a couple nights ago. I thought I was going to be lost in there and have to start there in Extra Life. Be spending hours in Extra Life just trying to get out of this hotel. I was walking in circles for a long time. Ooh, I think we're close to the entrance here. Yes? No? Maybe? Or am I walking in circles again? You know what? Let's use the local map. Oh, is that it? That's it. That's it. That's got to be it, right? The mall, conference hall, ahead to the right. Let's give that a shot. Roleplay Cafe says, "Have you played Far Cry Blood Wagon yet?" You mean Blood Dragon? Not today or tonight. Excuse me. That I'm thinking of playing that after this. If I can make it till 2 o'clock, playing Fallout 3, then I'll wait that long. I think that the games I have left that I have in mind to play, I think are, Fallout 3, Far Cry Blood Dragon, and then I think I'm going to end the night with Singularity, because I think either that one or Far Cry Blood Dragon will be either spooky enough or intense enough in some way that they'll help me stay up. They'll help me stay up to the end. And if I'm wrong about one, then I'm probably right about the other being effective enough to get me to the end. Oh, jeez! Or maybe Fallout 3 will do just fine. My gosh. Good gravy. Alright, let's mark a new place on the map. Oops. Off we go. Wait a minute. I have to go through this building? Alright. Alright. Break me! Or is it wreck me? You wreck me? Break me? Wreck me? I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Joel Nelson says, "I'm back. I tried to help grow your viewers by at least 6 involuntary people." Oh man, this late at night though. All right. Josiah Fitch says, "Fallout 3 was an excellent game. I like when games take a city's layout, recreated them with a twist." Yeah, that is pretty impressive. You might also be thinking of Spider-Man, which kind of recreates a good chunk of New York City. That's pretty impressive when they commit to doing that. Oh, hey! Gosh, I don't think I've been in here before. It's probably because I usually follow the left wall and I wasn't quite exhaustive enough to hit this place on the way out. Rugged Warrior says, if Christian Geek Central says, oh geez, and Francisco wasn't here to hear, did he really say it? Well, Francisco may never know. Nice. Roleplay Cafe says they should use Google Earth to map out the game world. I want to say, did they do that with Microsoft Flight Simulator, like the recent release of that? I think maybe they did. Oops, it's empty, Pater. It's empty. Oh, man. Ben and Jerry's strawberry cheesecake ice cream. 2 tubs. 2 tubs in the freezer for me. My recovery day tomorrow. It's gonna be good. Oh, I did just see a Nuka-Cola Quantum bottle. Oh, I hear something going on. I don't think that was just soundtrack. I heard stuff getting knocked around or busted up or something. Down this way somewhere? Joel Nelson says, I'm always the DD designated driver, maybe when I'm out with friends, which I don't mind. During pickups and drop-offs, I had your stream playing, so they had to listen to it. Oh my gosh. That's funny. That's funny. Josiah Fitch says, Infamous Second Son was cool because Seattle was not super explored in games, just like Fallout and DC. Oh yeah, well, Second Son I could play. I've got this block in my head, because it sounds like my kind of game, open world, third-person action, pseudo-RPG type stuff going on. But I'm like, I know it's a new story with a new character, but I still feel like I should play Infamous and Infamous 2 before I play Infamous Second Son. But those are locked to PlayStation 3. And I kept waiting, thinking maybe they'll figure out backwards compatibility for PS3 on PS4. They never did. They never did. And then I thought maybe with PS5, they'll finally recognize, hey, we're Sony. We've had PS1 through now PS5. We have a legacy of games that Microsoft can only really wish that they had, because they came on one generation after us and still have been playing catch-up for a good chunk of that. Sony has this great legacy of games and platforms, and they are just not leveraging that. And I'm sure that it makes sense when they crunch the numbers to not bother. But to me, I'm just like, wow, what a missed opportunity. Door to Seward Square. Okay, well that's where the blinker's going, so I'm going to the blinker. Josiah Fish says yes, but I don't know what the yes is in response to. Something I said there, maybe. Oh, dang. There's stuff going on here. Oh man, there was that helicopter thing or plane or whatever flying by. For a split second there, I thought it was a dragon. Okay. Gatling laser. I think your Gatling laser's probably doing pretty good. Let's see here. Alright. Are you really gonna make me go back into that building? You're not really, are you? Alright, well let me just pick up the loot here. I don't want to miss anything. Very nice. Very nice. It's quite satisfying. Quite satisfying. Okay, no. No, I don't have to. I gotta go the long way around, though, maybe. I'm not sure if I can get there from here. I might have to go, like, the way long way around. Yeah, good gravy. What's the, What the heck? It looks like I'm facing the wrong way. What? This is, I think, the second time this has done this. See, I think that's actually where I'm going. I don't know why it is putting my custom marker there. That's bizarre. Alright, I'm going this way. Oh. What's out there? What is out there? Oh, is it something above? I think so. Oh, it's like a merc or something. Okay, so... Oh, this is just like the North Square or whatever. Not sure how to get up there. Yeah, I don't know how to get up there. I don't think it's worth it to probably figure that out. Rugged Warrior says, Infamous 1 and 2 are on the streaming service PlayStation Now. I'm actually going through the series. Huh. I did know that. I'm curious kind of what your experience is, but I mean, that's still not an indicator of what my experience will be with my internet. You know, the whole... I don't know why any of these companies are thinking that streaming games is the future. It's just... maybe for a select group of people, but my internet, it doesn't go out a ton, but just enough that like if my dishwasher just stopped working as an appliance, it just stopped working as often as my internet does, we would be returning the dishwasher. I mean, like or if the electricity or the water stopped working as often as the internet does, we'd be like, what the crap is wrong? This should not be happening. Like every 2 weeks, there's the water stops working for about 20 minutes, or the pressure's just really bad for about 20 minutes. It just dribbles out. What is that? You know, we would be asking some serious questions. So internet as an appliance is just not reliable in the same way that other appliances, other services, you know, are. And so I just don't want to move my gaming onto an internet reliant thing, you know. Josiah Fitch says, honestly, I think that is because of the expense and the way the PS3 hardware functions, the cell CPU. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right. I've heard that a number of times, that the cell processor was very powerful, but really hard to program for, and it's probably the same reason that backwards compatibility is just like, you know. But, I don't know, part of me is like, I hear that there's like emulators out there, like illegitimate emulators that are running a good number of these games, you know, but it's not just a matter of can it be done, you know. I just think it's ironic that like there are some people out there that for free are putting all this time into an emulator that they're not getting any money for, and who knows, maybe it's taking tons and tons of time that would just cost Sony more money than they want to pay. But I just still think there's an irony there that, man, there's people out there that are doing this, making this happen. Oh, Josiah says Ben and Jerry's, yes. Pistachio for me. Okay, nice. Let's see here. Roleplay Cafe says they released the demo for Control on the Switch the other week, and it was a streaming demo. Oh yes, I heard that, because the game itself is only streaming. You can't buy it as far as I understand, as a installed game. You can only play it via streaming, and so the demo, as I understand it, is you're actually required to play the demo completely before buying the game, and I think that's to force basically a test on you, so they don't have to deal with a ton of refund requests from people who should have known in advance they weren't going to be able to play this game with their internet infrastructure. Oh, I'm going toward the thing again! Okay. Oh, this guy is still up there. Oh no, he came down. Oh, that's a centaur. I know that's weird spitty stuff anywhere. Freaking disturbing. Oh, there's more than one. Ugh. Do not like those things at all. Oh, is that another one out there? It is. Oh, they're so disgusting. Look at that. Look at that. That is just unsettling. That is very unsettling. If you're not a little unsettled by that, then I said this on the podcast last week, you may have cashed in your humanity at some point. Come on now. What the crap? Oh. I'm a big fan of John Carpenter's The Thing. But I still don't like this thing crawling toward me. Oh. Oh. My gosh. The dungeon I was in earlier this week, the building I was in earlier this week, had like 60% super mutants and like 40% centaurs. Way more centaurs than I wanted to deal with. And when you turn around a corner and there's a centaur there, or you hear them kind of quietly just flapping around, you know you're about to see one of those things. Maybe really up close as you're around the corner. I say. Ugh. All right. Range your compound. Let's move it. Is it going to be useful to me this time? Okay, it does look like it's synced up with the location I actually want to go to. Ugh. Grody. There's like 4 of those things. Grody, grody, grody. Let's see here. Gabriel Stinson says, I agree streaming games is not a good idea. IGN keeps saying Xbox Game Pass is such a good deal. For me, with my internet and how I play games, Game Pass is not a deal. I didn't know that Game Pass was streaming games. I thought you were installing them. I thought for sure you were installing them.
The sun, it burns! Why does it burn? Why have we put the sun into a jar? What did we do with that jar? We broke it all over our little world.
What is that? Huh.
Oh, God, it hurts. My head. Why doesn't it ever stop hurting? Why? Please, please, I can hear it, moving, pulsing. Just leave me alone.
For me, Game Pass is not a good deal for me, except maybe as a rental service, and that's only if I'm right in thinking that you do install the games. Yeah, if you don't, if it's just streaming, that's a complete deal breaker for me. But I'd be kind of surprised that I missed that detail to this point. Maybe I did. Yeah, and for me, also with specifically how I play games, and the very particular types of games I like to play, and just the control I like to have over the games that I play and when I play them. With Game Pass, their library, elements of their library going in and out like Netflix. But I can see taking advantage of that as a rental service, particularly with their first-party games. You know, get Game Pass for a month, get a new Xbox studio game day and date. That's a much better way to do it than GameFly, which is my only other option for really renting games for review these days. So, Josiah Fitch says, so how did you meet Colin Moriarty? That is what led me to your channel. It was an awesome interview. Well, I've listened to Colin Moriarty for years, since the Kind of Funny days. I knew him as a name at IGN, but I wasn't really listening to Podcast Beyond and stuff like that. I really started following him as a result of being curious about what these IGN guys were doing, creating this Kind of Funny thing. And watching Kind of Funny, I very quickly noticed that Colin just stood out to me as someone who is very deliberate and thoughtful with his comments, and knowledgeable, and not given to hyperbole in the same way that some of the other guys in the Kind of Funny crew were. And that interests me just as someone that wants information, you know, not as interested in the flavor and stuff, because I just tend to not laugh at what other people laugh at, and so for me, Kind of Funny is not kind of funny. But it was a good information source. And then when Colin stepped away from that, and I realized he was doing something else, I just continued to follow him and listen to him there. And in his time with Kind of Funny, and then also maybe even more so once he started CLS, Colin's Last Stand. For those of you guys who don't know or aren't familiar with Colin Moriarty, that's the name of his brand. I would hear his comments related to faith, and hear different ways that his atheism was expressed, and different things he would express about Christianity or some facet of Christian faith. and talking about it in a way that I was like, he really is not aware of some information that's out there. I'm kind of surprised, and I just, I think that seeing kind of where he was at in his view of God, and then also just appreciating him for his thoughtfulness and feeling some kinship with him in how our I think we have similar temperaments in some ways, because I likewise try to be a thoughtful, deliberate person, and so I think I just started developing an affection for him, as I'm sure many of his listeners have, and just started thinking about him, praying for him, and just wanting for him to connect with a believer that could maybe address some issues related to faith in a way that he hadn't considered before. And then I noticed he was doing this fireside chat series where he was just talking to people from different walks of life, and on a recurring basis he was having people come on to talk about faith, and it seemed to be specifically more often Christians than representatives of another world view, another religious belief system. And so I just started like feeling a pull to reach out and see if he might be interested in having a conversation, might be interested in having me on. It was it felt really weird to do that. I felt really insecure about doing that. But I just kind of put it out there at one point. Just really I was just like, man, these other guys that he's talked with, they've really had great conversations with him. And it was because of those conversations that I was able to kind of over time see some things that I was like, oh man, I really wish that someone would bring up these aspects of faith, specifically the reality of doubt in faith, and how the relationship between doubt and faith, and a few other things related to apologetics and whatnot. And so I just kind of realized that, if I didn't give him a call, or not give him a call literally like on the phone, but if I didn't, reach out and ask him about the possibility of having that kind of conversation with him, I might not ever hear that kind of conversation happen with anybody else. I don't know. So I'm glad that I did. Maybe someone else would have had a similar conversation or touched on some of those same issues with him at some point. But I just kind of started feeling a responsibility, and because of my view of that dynamic, and because of my affection for him, I just kind of felt compelled to get in touch and see about that. And so it all just kind of went from there. I was really surprised when he almost immediately said, yeah, I'm interested, and stuff like that. And so we spent some time kind of figuring out the details, and then I drove out there and was on fireside chats with him. And then months later, I was encouraged by another Christian that had been on his show to talk to him about faith before, reached out and connected with me and said they appreciated the conversation that I had with Colin, and mentioned that he was on their podcast at some point after he'd done that. And I think I made some kind of comment about like, oh, how did that come about, and he's like, I just asked him. He's like, you should ask him too, So I was like, okay. So I thought he would say no, but I thought he would say no the first time I reached out to him to maybe be on fireside chats. And so when he said that, yeah, I would totally be game to come on the Christian Geek Central podcast, and I was shocked and excited, and we started working on scheduling it from there. So that's that whole story. Maybe that's way more than you wanted to know, but that's kind of what was going on there, how that all came about. Roleplay Cafe says, you can buy a Centaur saddle. I hope not. Oh my gosh. I do not want to look at one of those things any longer than I have to. Gabriel Stinson says, regarding Game Pass and stuff, I'm talking about anything digital or streaming, in my opinion, is not good for my gaming. I can see that. I can imagine that's true for a lot of people. He clarifies, yes, Game Pass is digital, not streaming. Okay, yeah. Yeah, for some people, even just the prospect of downloading that many games and having games being delivered that way instead of through tangible media, like, yeah, I can totally see that. Josiah Fitch says, stoicism is a quality that is sorely lacking in society. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be even more glaringly the case since the internet age. You know, it's so interesting. I've said this a couple times before, I think, on the CGC podcast, but I remember a time in the late 90s, early 2000s, when the big thing being said in movies and talk shows and stuff, I think people are basically good. I think people are basically good. And first, I want to dissect what they mean by basically and what they mean by good. But what's really interesting is right around the time that YouTube became really popular and other social media things like Twitter, I stopped hearing that sentiment being expressed with any regularity, that people are basically good, because we live in a world where people express themselves on Twitter now. I think even people that wouldn't have a worldview involving sin are now understanding, oh, you know, maybe people aren't basically good. Or at least maybe a significant number of people are not basically good. So that has been one thing that's been good about the internet, is I think it's been eye-opening to many that we got some real issues, and they're pretty pervasive.
A great crack shall open in the earth and swallow the non-believers, and they shall weep, tears and salt and earth and dirt.
And I say that not because you know, rudeness and stuff like that and sin is the opposite of stoicism, but you know, Stoics are going to be
What did we do with that jar? We broke it all over our little
less I guess driven by their passions in the way they express themselves. They're going to be more measured, hopefully, I think, in their words. That's probably going to be true of Stoics more than people who are not. I don't know. Oh, I got a thing going off. Look at that, almost 2 o'clock. Yeah, it happened again, guys. You made this nice, simple comment, Josiah, about stoicism, and I latched onto some weird rabbit trail and just started babbling. Good gravy. Good freaking gravy. All right, let's keep doing this for a bit. Dig this game. Ranger Compound. I've discovered it. Riley's Rangers. Oh, I think I'm against these guys now. I think I did something that's going to have them ticked at me if there are any of them here. Okay, so it's locked. Very hard to get in here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can manage. Four out of 12 correct. See if we can find any of those dealies. Any of those dealies in here? Anywhere? Or them dealies? Somewhere? Where'd you go? Oh! There's a dealie. Dud removed. Excellent. Let's find another one. Come on. I don't know. This is a very hard... Oh, here's one. Dead removed. Good. Come on. Come on, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock is the time for the first stamina potion. Alright, that's all we get. That's all we get. So, I-O-N. Could it be another I-O-N word? Could it be resurrection? Resurrection. I don't think so. Resurrection. No, it can't be resurrection. So that must mean that it's not an I-O-N word. Is that what that means? I don't know if that's what that means. Appreciation. I don't think that's it. Anticipating. Construction. Oh, there's an N. Oh, wait, no. C-O-N-S-T-R-A-N. Construction. I don't think that's it. Laboratories. I don't think that's right. Organization? Could it be organization? 5 out of 12. Okay. Purification. I got 2 left. It's got to be one of these, right? Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. I don't want to get locked out. Alright. T-R-A-N-S-M. T-R-A... Civilization... Crap. Oh, crap. This is the wrong time. This is the wrong... I really thought it was going to be one of those. I think I might need to back out. Let me back out and try again. Alright. Josiah Finch says, you're very right about social media revealing the sin within the lives of others in a communal sense, which should, in a way, make an opportunity to spread the gospel. Yeah. Yeah. I have never myself... No, maybe I have in a conversation with a non-believing friend. Maybe I have. But I don't have a ton of non-believing friends, which is I think maybe a hole in my life that I could address. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. Purification. Transmission. Oh, some of the same words are being used in this one. Is it all the same words? Huh. Civilization. Brainwashing. Overwhelming. Encountering. That's just some of the same words. Let's try 3 out of 12 correct. Okay, let's find the jiggers. Allowance replenished. Okay, so I need to guess again. Brainwashing. So, let's look at the other ing words. BR, brain... It's 3 out of 12, so I don't think it could be this one, because ing, and then there's an A that it would also have in common, so it can't be accompanying. Disappearing, D-I-S-A, D-I-S-A-P-P-E-A-R-I-N-G. It could be disappearing, maybe. Let's try disappearing. No, 3 out of 12, okay. Ugh. Oh, here we go. Dead removed. Is that all of them? That might be all of them. And I'm gonna find... Oof. Boy. Boy, oh boy. Oh wait, here's one. Dead removed. Good. That's gotta be the last one though, right? Okay. Brainwashing had 3. Disappearing had 3. Could it be overwhelming? Let's just try it. Ah! I think I'm too tired to do this. I think I'm too tired to do this right now. And it's past 2 o'clock. It's time. For more chat about geek entertainment, answers to your questions, and news from the wider world of Christian geekery, get the Christian Geek Central podcast today on iTunes and other podcast services.